Hello, today we study inter-process communication method. Let's understand what is IPC. Inter-process communications means the way in which process communicate with each other. Mechanism for process to communicate and to synchronize their actions. Message system, process communicate with each other without restoring to share variables. We have at least two primitives. Send destination or message or send message. Second, receive source message or receive message. Message size is fixed or variable, both type. Need of inter-process communication. What is the need? Global variable problems, share data, no encapsulation of the data or message, accessibility by other tasks. OS inter-process communication function based solution. Let us understand mailbox. A mailbox can be private to one sender or receiver pair. The same mailbox can be shared among several sender and receiver. The operating system may then allow the use of message type for selection. See in the block diagram. Sender send a message and mailbox gives to the receiver client. Same communication link between sender and receiver. Ownership of mailboxes. The OS creates a mailbox on behalf of process which becomes the owner. The mailbox is destroyed at the owner request or when the owner terminates. It means the owner request destroy mailbox when the owner terminates the message. Sockets. A socket is defined as a endpoint communication. It means sockets are always at end of the process, means at a point of end. Communication consists between a pair of sockets. A socket is identified by IP address with port number. Sockets have great flexibility in its characteristics, intended as building block for communication. Endpoint established by the source and destination process. In both source or destination, endpoint are established. See in this picture, host X and web server. Host send a request to a server, whatever he want to do. He tell to the web server, and web server can identify and solution is given to the host. There is a common communication link between host and server. Host means it can send a request, whatever you want to do, to the web server, and web server identify whatever wants server and further process do and then pass a signal with a solution is to the host. Types of socket and example of sockets. The socket type describes what the socket does. Several types are defined: socket stream, socket DGRAM, socket SEQ packet, socket raw, socket RDM. An example of sockets are socket stream, socket sequential packet, socket diagrams. Socket options: connection or connectionless, blocking or non-blocking, out of band information, broadcast, buffer size, input and output, routing options, and others. RPC, remote procedure calls. RPC abstract as a local procedure call (LPC) between processes on a networked system. This method of calling procedure in other address space, either on the same machine or other machine, attempts to provide interfaces like local procedure call. Request reply communication model in RPC. Let us understand through this block diagram what is RPC. It is client machine, and server machine. Client have message whatever he wants. It is given to the client stub. Client stub take this message and given to the RPC runtime at client side. RPC runtime client side is given to the server machine RPC runtime. RPC runtime receives the signal from client and given to the server stub. Server stub unpack this message and identify what is want client and given to the server. Server identify and given solution and return to the server stub. Server stub then pack this message and given to the RPC runtime machine, server machine. It is given to the RPC runtime at client machine. It's called result packet. RPC runtime given to the client stub. Client stub unpack this message and given to the client. Client stub return unpack message to client, and client fulfill this message. This is the simple process of remote procedure call mechanism. Hope you all are understand. Thank you.